going on? Johnny the Supplement Advisor. So here today with another review. This time it's on Pro Nutrition's Pump and Cut. So firstly, a massive thank you to Moore's Pharmacy all the way up in Pinetown. They do have another branch in Peter Marisburg. Just a quick shout out to them for allowing me to review this. And yeah, let's see what else they have in the future, especially when it comes to the lines of Pro Nutrition, as it's one of the brands that they do stock in-house. So with that being said, Pump and Cut, right? So of course, South Africa being that it is very price sensitive, these pre-workouts definitely do exist. I mean, there are a lot. So the likes of Kush, the likes of your Pump and Cut, geez, I can't really remember offhand, but there are a lot. I mean, Black Bull make some cheaper pre-workouts, so the MPL as well. So there is a lot going on in this market just because it sells very well, because it's very price sensitive and conscious. So with that being said, how does this one actually stack up? And obviously it's one of the pre-workouts where I've been getting asked a lot to review, just because it is pretty popular. And of course, at the selling point of, I think, around 230 Rand, from Moore's Pharmacy, it is a very good price. So if you want good pricing on Pro Nutrition, you know where to shop, Moore's Pharmacy. Let's get into the ingredient profile straight away. So as you guys can tell, this ingredient profile is pretty stock standard when it comes to this category. I know lots of companies in South Africa like to use D-aspartic acid, and it's nothing really different here. 1.5 grams of D-aspartic acid. Now, am I a fan of D-aspartic acid? No, there's not enough evidence and research. But, obviously, when it first came out, well, I wouldn't say when it first came out, when it was published, I remember a lot of hype was going into it, because obviously they found like the higher the dosing, the more like testosterone production was created, I guess, to put it in pretty simple terms. So obviously a lot of companies jumped to that, and it still has that kind of belief here, I guess. But I mean, the Pump and Cut is pretty, I'm sure they meant pump and vasodilation, not pump as in increased testosterone production. So that's in the mix. And how do I feel about it? As I said, I'll prefer not to have it in, just because they don't really kind of like lay out exactly what the purpose of the D-aspartic acid, but looking back, it does say testo boost. So obviously it kind of marginalizes it a bit, just because if a lady sees testo boost, they're going to be like, oh, I don't want to increase testosterone. So I think that could just be excluded, but that's in there. As I said, the whole belief is producing more testosterone, which if that was the case, bro, I wouldn't be using actual TRT. Anyways, so next you got your nitrovol, which is a 4-gram complex of arginine, AKG, which is arginine alpha ketoglutarate, taurine, beta-alanine, and nicotinic acid. So 4 grams of that combined. You won't see any citrulline inside this mix, which is pretty disappointing, because citrulline obviously is the base of any good vasodilation matrix, or it's a really good vasodilator in general. So that's excluded there. I mean, the pumps are there. It's pumps are decent. Taurine in there more for performance, as well as beta-alanine. So not really like quote unquote the best pump aids, but it is there. 4 grams. So as I said, that can obviously be dramatically improved, because if you look at the likes of arginine, you can really use a lot of it, especially in conjunction with citrulline. So as I said, without citrulline there, it's pretty sad. Then you got your razor cuts, which is caffeine, citrus, aurantium extract, and your chromium picolinate. Chromium obviously there to help stabilize blood sugar. And then you got your caffeine and citrus aurantium. Well, firstly, citrus aurantium extract isn't specified with the standardization. The standardization isn't there, so we don't know if it's a 6%, 10%. We don't know. So that's obviously a lot to be desired, and also caffeine as well. We don't really know. I would say probably guesstimate caffeine at around about 250 milligrams, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, guys, it's a pretty simple matrix. As I said, obviously it's not fully dosed, literally. But with that being said, obviously we have to pay close attention to the price point of this. That's the whole reason why people go out and buy Pump and Cut, I feel, just because it's very well priced, and also because it's pretty decent. And we're going to get into that when I talk about the effects. But firstly, let's go into the taste. So cherry bomb is a flavor, and guys, honestly speaking, is a fantastic flavor, one of the best flavors I've generally ever had. And it's enjoyable. Something where you drink time and time and again, you enjoy it. And that's what I feel is very important about a pre-workout in this range, is that sure, the formula won't be good, but if the nail taste, you're going to get those people coming back for more. Oh, it tastes good, it works decently, they'll come back and buy it. I feel if this tastes trash, yeah, I highly doubt that people will be buying it again, just because I know this kind of price market very well, because I'm literally in this price market with the way things are at the minute. So since it tastes good, I'm more compelled to want to use it again and again and again. So flavor, honestly, I'll give it like a 9.2. It's very good, very, very good. Very reminiscent of like a cherry juice, but like very nice and concentrated. Has a little sour twang to it. I really enjoy it. So when it comes to flavors, it's actually very good. I'm not gonna lie. I had the Pump Max too, and also flavoring was very good. So top marks for them for the flavor. But flavor isn't the be all and end all, as we know. How does this actually work? Is this worth buying? Now, I'm obviously taking this to consideration to its own category, which is the lower budget pre-workout. So with that being said, I've had my fair share of Kushes. I've tried it out. I've tried, quite a few lower end pre-workouts. It's not really my favorite, obviously, just because I like the high end stuff. I love the Hydro Blast. I love the Pro Nitro pumps. I love my imports, of course. So very seldom do I ever, I wouldn't say, it's definitely not a stoop down. I mean, it's what you can afford, you can afford. But, obviously I was given the opportunity to give this review, and I was very happy that I was given the opportunity just to really, give my honest 10 cents to see, is this stuff really good, and obviously to recommend it to you guys or not. But my honest finding is that this stuff is actually very good. It's consistent, time and time again. It is not overpowering. You definitely do feel a kick. I like it because it helps enhance intensity. You do sweat a bit more, hence obviously the cutting portion of it. And yeah, it just makes you feel good. There's no direct nootropic in this mix, which again could obviously be rectified, but then you have to think again price versus just the price point. So it just works very well. It works, makes you feel good, works. Energy is good, consistent, clean, no crash whatsoever. And as I said, the flavor does really, help it a lot. So one of the better like pre-workouts in general, to be honest with you, especially in this category where it's at. And obviously I'm more of a fan of, let's say, your Nano Surge. But with that being said, it's just when it comes to this price category, we're gonna say, okay, it's Pump and Cut, it's Kush, it's the MPL, I think Pre-Extreme or something, Black Bull. But from what I've tried, Pump and Cut versus the Kush, I'll honestly say your Pump and Cut is better. I do feel more of an effect on it. It does obviously give me more of a kick, more of a boost, and that's what I want. I just want a simple one and done workout, and this does it. Pumps can obviously be better in my opinion, so that you can focus, but again, you get what you kind of pay for. Can't expect too much. You can't expect, freaking actors on actors and patents, but what you can expect from this is good, clean, consistent energy, time and time again, and really surprising at that for this price point, because I feel that this, for what it is, can actually beat more of your mid-range pre-workouts out there, honestly speaking, because I just feel that it really does do the job very, very well. And with that being said, I'm going to honestly give this, for what it is in this category, like a resounding, let's say, 8.7 out of 10. As I said, just a few little tweaks here and there, and we can see this obviously reach a 9 and higher. So it'll be interesting to see what Pro Nutrition does do with this in the future, because I don't know if they actually ever change their formula, but I guess if it ain't broke, why fix it? And this is a perfect example of, you don't have to go extreme to have a pre-workout that really works. You don't have to spend a fortune to get a pre-workout that's really good and consistent time and time again. So with that being said, I highly recommend it. And if you're going to buy it, just head down to Moore's Pharmacy in Pinetown and go grab yourself one. And as I said, they have a lot more Pro Nutrition stuff there. So hopefully we can do some work with Pro Nutrition in the future, because obviously with my page, we want to be as unbiased as we can, and obviously getting more and more local brands on board would really help that, and obviously really help my page and obviously the reviews to expand and grow, to obviously get them out to you, the viewer. So thanks for watching, guys, and if you haven't, please remember to like and subscribe. It will really help my channel grow, and let's make these views grow, bro, because I'm back with a vengeance, back with a bang, literally. So with that being said, thank you for watching, guys, and again, if you come across this, don't hesitate, give this a try. You won't be disappointed, literally.